Hello everyone, welcome to the preview show delivered by FedEx. I'm your host Alan Cavanna, and joining me we have a special guest, NASCAR.com analyst and NASCAR Nationwide Series crew chief, Chris Rice. We're back after an off week. You ready to go racing?
Man, I'm so ready to get to my home state, Richmond, Virginia. I can't wait to get up there and just see the dogwoods and see the good racing. I love short track racing. I'm really excited.
Let's get a crew chief's perspective right away. We're going to Richmond, high speeds, night racing, short track. What are the keys to winning at Richmond?
Man, Richmond is going to be a cool place to watch for you fans. As you can see right here, how the rotors glow inside these race cars. And now, with this new car, as low as they have it and as fast as you've seen these cars go in the first races, they're really going to be glowing. It's going to be using a lot of brake, a lot of handling, but also you're going to have to get off the corner. And when I mean get off the corner, you're going to have that forward bite where you don't see them so loose, moving around. You want to be able to drive off that corner and drive by the guy on the inside.
Good stuff. And the driver coming into this week's race in the Sprint Cup Series with the most wins this season is Kevin Harvick. And Harvick just happens to be the driver who won this race at Richmond 1 year ago. So, Chris, I have two questions for you. First, what is the 4 team doing so well this season? And if I'm a crew chief competing against these guys, am I scrambling in the garage trying to figure out what they're doing?
Well, we could say it's preparation, but as everybody knows, that team started late. But let's look at Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick is doing a phenomenal job of giving good feedback to Rodney Childress and giving good feedback to his engineers to be able to make his car good. And them guys don't cut corners. They're ready to go every time they show up at the racetrack. And they use all 4 teams to do everything that they need to do. So I give the credit to Kevin Harvick and Rodney Childress for making that team run. And yes, crew chiefs are scrambling trying to figure it out.
All right, and that leads us to our FedEx social pick of the week. Here's what we want to know. Who's been the best crew chief so far in 2014? Has it been Rodney Childress, whose driver has the most wins, Steve Letarte, who probably has the team being the most consistent right now, or Alan Gustafson, whose driver leads the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series point standings? You can vote at NASCAR.com/social. We want to hear from you. Well, Saturday night's race is big for this season, but when these drivers come back to Richmond in the fall, it may be even bigger because it will be the last chance for a driver to win and possibly guarantee themselves a spot in the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup. So, Chris, what I want to know is how many notes, and when it comes to research and notes, how can a team help itself this weekend? Will all that stuff carry over to the fall race? Can it carry over?
Absolutely. It will carry over because tonight what I'll be doing is laying out all of my notes. You know, trying to figure out what we need to do for James Buescher in our Ream car. So, yes, the notes that they'll have here is the first time they're running at Richmond with this new car. And I keep calling it a new car. I know it's not, but the low-riding car, I guess we could call it. So, yes, these notes will work. We all know what the racetrack does from the spring of the season to the fall of the season. But, yes, these notes will be crucial when they come back to be able to get in the chase this year.
A lot less pressure if you get the win this weekend as opposed to the last race,
sure.
The last race of the regular season. So, short answer, who's going to win this weekend?
Well, you know, I struggle at trying to figure out who's going to win because every time I pick somebody, they wreck. So I picked the 18 at Darlington. So you know who I'm going with? I'm going with the 24. Jeff Gordon is going to get out of his slump, and he's going to win. Team Hendrick has done a great job, and I feel this is his time here at Richmond to be able to win.
Good pick. Probably not the right one, though, because I'm picking the right one. Another winless driver, Matt Kenseth. Matt Kenseth has been pretty good since his first year of JGR. They had 2 top 10s and a pole last year at Richmond. No wins yet this season, just like Jeff Gordon, but I think they put it all together. I think Matt Kenseth wins at Richmond.
Jeff Gordon.
All right, may the best man win. Thank you for joining us. Always great to have NASCAR.com analyst Chris Rice with us, and thank you for joining us here on the preview show delivered by FedEx. Have a great weekend, everybody.